Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new series on the channel. We have rebirthed the Houston Oilers, and we're ready to get to know this team. Let's go. Will Goldstein is going to be the starting quarterback. He's a rookie. Everyone on this team is a rookie except for a few exceptions, which I will talk about later on. Will Goldstein, his biggest problem is going to be accuracy. He's not super accurate. He has somewhat of an arm, not a huge arm, not a strong arm, not a super weak arm, but he can run. 80 speed, not that bad. I don't think he's going to be quite like a scrambler as in like Lamar Jackson, but I do like him. I'm excited for him. Hopefully he can get the accuracy under control because our backup is very bad. Brian Thompson, now the thing with this running back group is Brian Thomas he has decent speed, he has 90 speed, and his power back template isn't super high, but he's more of a power back. Braden Etienne, on the other hand, is a very interesting case. He is a running back who can catch the ball, and his break tackle rating is not that high, but as you can see on this play in practice, he impressed me. I really like Etienne as a third down back, Thomas as the main back. Irving will probably not get that much playing time to begin with, though he is the fastest running back on the team, so I'm not going to say he's not going to get playing time, but it probably won't be over Etienne because he impressed me in practice. Our starting receivers are an interesting group. The one thing that this team will need, because we're not very high overall, as everyone is an undrafted rookie or a drafted rookie, as we are an expansion team, trick plays. Guy is going to be able to give us some of those trick plays, as we just saw right there. Pretty good speed, decent route running. The only problem is he's not hugely reliable at catching the ball. Jamie Lehman, on the other hand, he has an 80 overall. The only problem with him is he doesn't have route running, so we got to improve different things here. Now, on the bottom of the depth chart is Zach Foster, but I think he's going to get more playing time than some of those folks above him, because look at this catch in practice. If he can pull down catches like that, spat catches, just go up and get the ball, he will for sure have a place on this roster. Our tight end room is a little bit concerning. They're all in the 50s. However, Daryl Adams does have pretty good speed for a tight end, and the only problem with him is not a good blocker. Eric Reynolds, that's why we brought him in. He is a sort of better blocker, and Traven Felix will be the other tight end when we're running two tight end formations when we want to pass. The line is atrocious. We do not have anyone over a 60 overall, which I'm very concerned about, especially with a rookie quarterback back there. It is going to be just a very hard time to protect the quarterback. We got to get better at that. I'm hoping these guys can improve, and if not, we got to get some new people in here really quickly. Defensive ends, Ralph Church. He's a left end. I'm impressed by him. You can see the play he made in practice. The one thing is he doesn't have very high block shedding, which is a little bit concerning, especially when they play a line that isn't ours, but I do like him, and I think he will get some pretty solid playing time. Derek Freeman will probably rotate in. I don't mind him. Only problem with him is, again, block shedding isn't the highest. Moving on to the right end, Dominic White is very interesting. He was a drafted player in the previous draft. This is year 2 because I had to relocate the team, which, by the way, we have taken over the Tennessee Titans, so we will be playing in the AFC North. He was originally a linebacker that I converted to end because he has better pass rusher stats than he does coverage stats, and I wanted him to play on the line. But that will not mean that he will take all of the snaps. As DeAndre Gentry, I'm excited about. He made a play right there. I know he wasn't blocked, but look at that. Finesse moves, 71. Very excited about his potential. The defensive tackles on the team, I gotta be honest, love this group. Now, I know they're all in the 60s. One of them is in the 70s, but I like the top two a lot, and I think that as a positional group, it is the best that we have. Left outside linebacker, we did make an improvement. I went out and traded for this guy. He was a generated rookie from a different team that I ended up trading for. The only problem with him is his zone coverage concerns me. He's a pretty good pass rusher, but if he can play good off the ball, then I will be ecstatic with him. If not, Patrick Russell might end up getting some playing time because he has better coverage stats. Middle linebackers, we are struggling. This guy is weird because he has pretty good rushing stats, like rushing the passer, not very good coverage stats, and for a middle linebacker, that's a little concerning. Ryan Barkley actually might end up getting the start. I want you guys to comment which one of these two you want to see on the field week 1, because he has better coverage stats, and for middle linebackers, that is very important, though he isn't as fast, so keep that in mind. Right outside linebacker, it's going to be a struggle. Now, corner, Daryl McPherson. Have a clip of him right here. He is really good. Well, really good. For our team, he's really good in man coverage. Zone coverage, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit of a struggle, as will be the case with most of our corners, because I built this team to be man on the edge, zone in the middle. Stephon Queen, same deal. He's better in man-on-man than he is on zone. But neither of those two are our fastest. We do have two 90s corners that you saw down there. Orlando Thurman is going to get the start at free safety. Doesn't have very good block shedding, so he probably won't be super helpful in the run game department. But I'm hoping that he's okay in pass coverage, because we really need that. Brady Breeze might end up getting some playing time. He is not a rookie, however, because there was only one free agent rookie that I could sign. Bill Poole is going to be the strong safety on this team. Again, same sort of deal, except he's a little worse in coverage and a little slower. Not super excited about that. Eric Leach, the starting kicker. Undrafted. 87, 81. Those are really good stats for somebody that young who wasn't drafted. And finally, Jordan Berry. He is the only person over 30 years old. He's the only one that isn't like right around year 1 or 2 if they're not a rookie, just because I couldn't find any kickers or punters, excuse me, that I could trade for, or even that were in the last draft class. In terms of drafting, we don't have any middle picks. We have a 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and then no 4th, no 5th, and we have 2 6th and a 7th. A little concerned about that. Now, in terms of practice squad, Logan Carroll will not get any playing time. He is very bad. However, these other two players here, if we start to struggle, which I assume we will because we are pretty bad, they might get some playing time, but hopefully we won't have to pull into them. And that is your introduction to the brand new Houston Oilers. I'll meet you guys back here week 1, where we're playing the Washington football team in this game, now known as the Commanders. Should be an exciting one, and I'm excited to get this new chapter underway in Houston.